All right, before we begin, let's thank our sponsors. Inspect All Pest Services, providing the highest quality termite pest and wildlife control. But that's not all. Inspect All Pest Services will take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding areas. InspectAllServices.com. Big thanks to the Aurora Law Firm. That'd be one Mad Dog Manny Aurora and Pew Pew. The AuroraLawFirm.com litigates all of the United States, based out of Georgia, whether it's criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, appeals, and more. That would be the Aurora Law Firm. Ridgeline Counseling, Dr. David Markwell and his therapist. 3 locations in Georgia, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains and East Cobb. Marietta near the square in McKaysville, just outside of Blue Ridge. But the good doctor can talk to you wherever you are at with a virtual session. Schedule that today via markwelltherapy.com or email him directly, ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. FPC Insurance, perfect for new homeowners, or if you're just looking to reshop those current insurance policies, which is never a bad idea. 5-star service, shop over 35 A-rated companies, multi-policy bundle discounts. They'll help you shop for carriers to find insurance for your house, flood, auto, motorcycle, boat, recreational vehicle, or even a personal policy. 888-308-1841. You can always get a quote online, FBCInsuranceServices.com. Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia, family owned and operated. They are a Generac generator dealer offering sales, service, installation, and repair of automatic home standby and portable generators. Never lose power again. They're the best at what they do, hands down, no doubt about it. Every customer at Alternate Power Solutions gets an upgraded warranty, free monitoring with a service contract. They offer flexible financing, semi-annual and annual service contracts for existing installations, and warranty repair. A-plus rating with the BB&B. Call or request a free home assessment. You can do that by calling 770-853-7571 or go to poweringgeorgia.com. Don't forget the discount code Bailey, my last name, Bailey, for $500 off your entire installation, servicing Georgia and Tennessee. Jayco Contracting, gutter and roofing specialist. Give Cliff Bratcher a call. Two-peer Cliff Bratcher. This is the hardest working guy in the business and the most trustworthy. 770-316-3876. He works every day of the year. Don't worry about it. He's got you. Licensed and insured roofing and gutter specialist covering all of Georgia. They are a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning, the creator of the Pink Panther, not the you know what I mean. Free gutter guards with the purchase of a roof. Satisfaction guaranteed, commercial and residential. JaycoContracting.com. And, of course, Cliff Bratcher, 770-316-3876. And Live Ozone Therapy Spa, Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa, also offering red light therapy, presotherapy, halo therapy, PEMF, and also chromiotherapy, plus many ozone-infused products online like the magnesium butter. You can go to liveozoneTherapySpa.com to book your appointment or to purchase any of those products. And for all 2 peers, if you use the code BS10, you get a 10% discount at checkout. All right, if you want to be a sponsor of the show, please reach out to me via thebaileyshow.com. Let's have a conversation, see how the BS podcast can help your brand. All right, let's begin.
What do we want to talk about?
To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Welcome to the Bailey Show podcast. A guy show women love to listen to.
Intellectually immature nonsense.
That's BS.
That's BS.
That's BS.
That's BS.
Okay, then, let's do it.
All right, there it is. It's your Freebay episode 321 of the BS. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. There is our friend Chris Waters joining us. How are you, Chris?
Man, if I was any better, I'd be twins.
You'd be a twin, Chris. You'd be twin Waters. There's the B-Man, Brandon Thrasher. Hello, B-Man.
Hey, hello. I need to get more stuff on my wall instead of an outlet. You can see where one of my painters went over the outlet a little bit. Did a little gray at the bottom.
And when you say one of your painters, you mean Woodshed Ted or Def August, right?
Yeah, and then they brought over like these girls that were using like old school brushes, and there's like lines. I had to go back over it with a roller. I'm like, just stop. You're just supposed to be cutting in the top, ladies, cutting in the top.
Here's what you do. If you want to be trendy, okay, I mean, you can't do anything about that outlet. That outlet is going to be there, okay? Take a frame and put it around the outlet.
Well, luckily, this is a shelf right here, so I think I can lean something up in front of it.
Yeah, you get like a neon sign. I think you're talking about doing that.
Yeah. I just got to get the camera angle right. Now that we do this up and down, I don't know how I can fit shit behind there, but I'll work on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure shit out, man. I don't know what angle I want, what look I want. I don't even know what I want to talk about anymore. There's just so many random things that go through my head. I don't know. I'm very lost in life at 49. I think I am going through a midlife crisis, to be honest with you.
I kind of like the landscape though every now and then because it kind of shows off our backgrounds and maybe it gets catches the eye a little more. That's why I wanted a bunch of stuff behind me and cool stuff so people while they're watching, they got ADHD, they can like, oh, look at that over there, or look at that while they're talking. That's why like on TikTok you'll see like people will put like a podcast clip at the top, then they'll have like someone playing Minecraft down below because attention spans are shot.
All right, I tell you what, we'll get through this because I can't change it now because Buddy's going to be pissed. I don't want to piss Buddy off. So, like, if I change anything mid-show, it's a lot more work for Buddy. I don't want to do that. So next week, remind me, and we'll go landscape. All right?
Oh, yeah. That's because y'all got, I say both of y'all got cool stuff behind you. I got to get cool stuff behind me to show it off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to keep seeing my things and Golden Scissors Studio and records and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not that I don't have that much cool shit behind me, but okay, we'll do that. I'm always open to suggestions.
Your other way, if you face the other way, you got like the couch and all your trinkets and your TV and your computer. You got a lot of stuff in the background.
Please don't ask me to do that.
Please do a 180.
Please don't ask me to rearrange my whole shit. I've got enough things to do right now. I don't need to do that. The other day I was going to play poker, which by the way, I've been on a really bad run lately. Listen to this. One session. All right. One day at the poker room, I had my aces cracked twice and I had 3 people hit quads against me 4 times in one session. I haven't even had quads 4 times in my life. And it happened 4 times against me with 3 different people. So that means one of those people hit quads twice against me.
Oh, if I knew what that meant, it'd probably mean a lot more to me.
That means that the 2 cards that they had in their hand, or 1 card that they had in their hand, like the last guy who took the rest of my money, 2 or 3 of those cards ended up in the middle of the table. So they had 4 9s or 4 kings or 4 kings or 4 6s or something like that against me. Very bad. Means my money to them. That's what it means.
and that's bad in poker, right? When you give someone else your money.
Yeah, that's real bad when my money goes a different direction. And lately that's been the case. It's been good if I would leave early, but I don't. And then as the day progresses, it just evaporates. It really is bad. It sucks.
So that was you in the news story the other day about the guy flipping that was you?
No, it was not. That was at Cherokee though in North Carolina. Where I played there before, a guy that I know finished 8th in that tournament. His name's Mike Hunsucker. And I knew him through my buddy Jeff Retro out in Vegas. And so I guess he's playing poker professionally. He was good then. I went and played with him when I first started playing poker out in Vegas. I was going to try to reach out to him. I think I have his number because he would have most likely been in the room. One of our 2 peers had a buddy, or I think was actually playing, Chris Trantham. I think he might have been up there playing. And I asked him, I was like, I want to find the guy. I want to talk to that guy. I've never seen anything like that in the poker world where dudes just flipping over poker tables. I mean, I don't even know what the hand was and what happened, but the guy got tackled afterwards, and rightfully so, by another poker player. Did you saw the video, right?
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I want to bring this up. I've been in, as you know, and I say often, I've been in the radio industry for 30 years and I've seen most of it, right? I haven't seen it all, but I've seen most of it. I'm always surprised when I see something that I've never seen before. Not that I never thought of it, but I've just never seen it before. And this is something so simplistic. And I posted a reel about this the other day. I was listening to a local radio station here in Orlando, Florida, and they were promoting a rock show. that is coming to town with a great band, a fantastic band, Tesla. And while they're promoting the rock show, they're promoting their newest personality that they had just hired to the radio station that will be at the show to do stage announcements. Okay. Now, to many of you, that might not mean anything, right? To me, it's mind-blowing that it doesn't happen more often. One of the issues with radio is it does not cultivate, it does not promote its talent the way that it should do. A radio station should read like a website, which should read like a magazine, right? You promote your stars, the people that make everything tick. Radio, as far as the inner workings of a radio station, it's a circle. You have programming, which includes talent, promotions, sales, management, production. Those are the big ones, you know, and it's a big round circle that's supposed to work conducively with each other. Does it work that way every time? No. Does it happen? Does it not work that way most of the time? Yes, unfortunately. But when the synergy is good and everybody is working conducively with each other, you have a fantastic radio station. And I've been a part of radio stations that have done that before. It's a beautiful feeling. You're winning. People are making money. Everyone's happy. Blah, 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 blah. But you have to promote your talent because those are the people that are delivering the message through the speakers, right? And I'm listening to this radio station, and it dawned on me like the fourth or fifth time I heard this promo. I'm like, no one does this. And talent, if you ask the radio station to do it, most of the time they think you're an egomaniac, right? It's all about you. You're on your own island and stuff. And you're like, no, my brand is the radio station's brand. We work together. You want me to be as big as I can be because I'm part of your radio station, right? Radio doesn't get that. This radio station did and does. I thought that was way cool. But I'm sitting here scratching my head going, the fuck did no one else think of this? You know?
Yeah, that's I'm surprised they don't do that more on radio because that's like social media 101. You got to get eyeballs before conversion. So you could, if you wanted to, promote your new talent, you might post a picture of them and be like, hey, here's our new talent. They're coming in. They're doing this. Okay, no one really cares. They don't know. It's not associated. You're not getting eyeballs on there first. But if you start off saying, oh, we're giving tickets away to this, and you get that viral pop at the beginning, and then on the back end you say, so-and-so is going to be out here, this personality, then people are like, oh, now they're forced to know who it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that viral, get the eyeballs there, and then you can get the conversions at the end.
Right. And that's the way they did it. So they it's the, insert radio station, insert rock show, right? Because that's the primary. And then you tag it at the end with, and this person is going to be on stage doing stage announcements. Okay. Which, radio people should be. I don't know if I've told this story before. I think I have. When I was out in California, the promotions girl, I remember going to her one day when I'd first gotten there, and I'm coming up on a year, since I'd been fired from there. And so I walked up to her, and it was this big communal. Everybody's out in the open. She had headphones on, and she was listening to something. And I walked up to her, and I said, excuse me. And she looks at me, and she puts her finger up like, wait a minute. I was like, okay. And then she was done, and she swivels her chair around to me, and she leans back in her chair like I was bothering her. And I said, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you. This is exactly how I said it. I know most of you are not going to believe me, but this is exactly how I said it and what I said. So, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but I have a question. Being the new guy, I just have a question. She says, what is it? I said, well, I hear all these shows in and around town. There's tons of concert venues in and around Sacramento that we're promoting and giving away tickets for. Is there a reason why we're not out there? Is there a reason, because if you're looking for a talent, because there wasn't at the time, our station did not have live bodies. It was just me and my show. I said, if you're looking for talent, we'll go out there. You don't have to pay us, but we're just trying to be seen and meet people. She leans back in her chair and she goes, sell me on why that's a good idea.
What?
I will never forget that conversation till the day I die. The promotions director says to the talent, sell me on why the radio station should be out at the show that it's promoting.
Please tell me this person no longer works there.
No, I think they just got promoted.
Well, you know what? It serves them right because it starts at the top. And if you're going to have somebody as completely clueless into how to do the absolute basics of their job,
Right? Yeah. Like it's in the title, promotions, promoting,
bingo.
And I said to the boss, I said, hey, look, I'm not trying to throw somebody under the bus, but maybe you can explain why it was like this was said to me. Because then she goes into this whole how it's too much of a hassle, how you'd have to pay people to go out there and manpower and
boo-hoo.
And it doesn't really pay off. And how does that generate money and ratings? And they don't pay out. Like this whole, every reason why you can't versus why you should. And I'm like, well, you don't have to pay me anything. Just tell me where to go and I'll go. And I was like, get me up on stage so I can promote the radio station and the show, and I'll hang out and I'll meet people. We've been doing it like this for many, many years. I know times have changed, but this is not something that they always in California, they blame everything on COVID. Well, we're still trying to get over COVID. We're still trying to figure out how to talk to people face to face without masks. And it was this whole thing. But this radio station was doing that. And it's one of those things where I maybe it's hard for a lot of you to understand, but it's one of those things in my industry where it should be done all the time. Mm-hmm. And I've never in 30 years, I don't think I've ever heard that done like that. I'm like, how is that possible? A radio station promoting its talent, especially new talent, putting the new talent over. That's what you do. So there was a meeting at some point where somebody at that radio station goes, hey, this is a good idea.
No, it sounds like the talent turnover has been so high at the station. Also starts at the top. That, I guess it would be pointless to go out and waste time and energy when they can't keep good talent.
Well, either way, I was absolutely blown away.
Oh yeah.
Scratching my head, like to the point where I had to tell the world about it. God, why doesn't everybody, Brandon, you worked at the radio station. Very rarely did they ever, even when we were number one in numerous demographics, did they want to promote us.
Yeah, me and Def August are supposed to be like the promotion dudes for the morning show. We talked to the lady. We're like, dude, we'll go out to any event. We'll do anything. We don't care if we get paid. We just want to be out there and talk to people and hang out at these events, go to free concerts. She's like, okay, yeah, sounds awesome. Yeah, we'll get you. Filled out all our paperwork. Never went to one promotion event. Like, come on now. We want to go. You're not sending us anywhere. What the hell's wrong with you? You'd
have been an 80s promotion manager's wet dream.
Right.
I was ready to go.
Yeah. I mean,
they never use this, bastards.
Yeah. It's funny like that. Anyway, good for you, local radio station. And if I think people can figure it out in the Orlando area, especially if you're the people working there. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. That was good for you. Win Bailey's Booty. So this is a Freebay episode. That means you do not have to be a subscriber to listen to it. So just to let you know, we have a promotion going on. If you subscribe to the BS podcast, what does that mean? That means that you go to thebaileyshow.com. There is a button that says subscribe. You click that button. You go to another page where you fill out a little bit of information, and you're paying your $4.99 a month, and you get all the episodes, including thousands of hours of locked content on Spotify. And I think other platforms. People tell me you can get it on other platforms. I did not know that. Either way, if you are a subscriber, I will have your email address. So each month I'm giving away $100. Now, maybe that's not a lot for you. It's a lot for me to give away. So I'm just saying thank you if you're a subscriber. It's one of the ways that I try to get more subscribers, and a way to thank those that have been subscribing, especially since day one. We just gave away our first $100, and kind of like the part of this promotion is that you have 24 hours to get back in touch with me, which means that you have to listen to the episodes. You have to check our social media, listen to the BS, and you have to check your email. I am sending you an email that says congratulations, and I am posting a video of the BS picky wheel that randomly picks a winner. Now, I block off most of the email, but you can figure it out, as this person did. I believe his name is John. Got back to me within a couple hours. He was not only listening to the episode, but he saw it on social media. Now, the email did go to his spam for whatever reason, so he went into a spam and he found it, and boom, he's got $100 in his pocket. So if you want a easy, quick $100, subscribe to the BS podcast. You'll be supporting a good cause. You'll get thousands of hours of content from the past, present, and future. And I'd appreciate it. So very cool. So congratulations. Applause for our Win Bailey's booty winner.
If you do social media, post a little video of it. Be like, I just won $100 on Win Bailey's booty. If you do social media, that'd be appreciated.
It would. And I've asked him to do that, but I have not gotten a response yet.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me. I'm there. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, dude. All right. This week's episodes, I'm kind of all over the place because there's so much in the news. I mean, like yesterday's released episode on 320, we talked about the Trump and Vance Zelensky stuff. I mean, just there's so much in the news this week that is talkable. Gene Hackman's death, very, very sad. And it's crazy because just the other week I was talking to somebody about Gene Hackman for whatever reason. I think we were talking about movies, and then, like Hoosiers came. Oh, Hoosiers came up because I always use Hoosiers as a tool to describe morning radio. Pass the ball 5 times. Always want to pass the ball. Don't always keep the ball and shoot. That's the trick in Hoosiers. See, Brandon, you probably never seen Hoosiers.
No, I'm guessing it's basketball though.
It is. Gene Hackman is a fantastic movie. It's a classic, right, Chris? Classic?
Classic.
If you look at sports movies, top 25?
Yeah, I'll give it 25.
Maybe not top 10?
Maybe not top 10.
Is it really that good then?
Yeah. Let's bump it up. Top 15.
Top 15.
It's pretty good. I mean, like, all right. Well, now that I've already
Somewhere in the top 250, I'd say.
Now, hold on. Okay, hold on. So, best sports movie of all time.
Waterboy.
No.
What? I love that movie.
Oh, come on. It's great.
Oh, Moneyball.
No.
No.
What?
The Natural.
Hold on.
Robert Redford.
Any given Sunday?
Any given Sunday.
I mean, you got Remember the Titans. We Are Marshall.
No, I was going to say that, but
no. Okay, so if you're naming
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Okay, so if you name those, would Hoosiers be better than any of those? I would say Hoosiers is better as a movie than Friday Night Lights. I like Friday Night Lights. Oh, I'm not even a basketball fan, but I'm a Gene Hackman fan.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's better than Waterboy. I'll have to watch it, but I'm not a huge basketball fan, so it's already down on my list.
Well, then you got to split it up into sports comedy, sports drama. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's just say Hoosiers is one of the best sports movies of all time. Okay, let's just do that with Gene Hackman. But Gene Hackman was in tons of movies. I mean, he was Lex Luthor, right? In Superman, the original Superman. He was, which I just saw that documentary on CNN with Chris Reeve. He was in Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman. And so, like, Gene Hackman's just phenomenal. Like, Gene Hackman was the coach in The Replacements.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Great movie.
Right? What do you need? We need heart.
You know,
We need heart.
hey, it's funny you mentioned Hoosiers is rated number 1 on IMDb
Boom.
as in top 20 sports movies.
Boom. There you go.
Above Rocky,
Oh, Rocky. Forgot about Rocky.
Raging Bull,
Raging Bull.
Field of Dreams,
Field of Dreams. Forgot about that.
$1 Million Baby at top 5.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Waterboy on that list.
The Blind Side is in the top 10, but
Blind Side's good.
Rudy's
Remember
the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Good.
So yeah, there's a lot of Seabiscuit. No, I'm sorry. No.
So Hoosiers is number 1.
Hoosiers is number 1 on IMDb. Yeah.
Look at that, Brandon.
There
I
you
might
go.
have to watch it. What year did it come out?
Oh, come on.
92.
No,
Nope.
1982.
Oh,
Close. No.
84.
Closer.
83.
No.
85.
86. Ding, ding, ding.
Look at that.
Yeah.
86. 86. There you go.
I'm good with
I need-
shout out numbers.
I need a ding button over here.
I got you. I got you. All right. So Gene Hackman is dead, right?
Yep.
I mean, he, some of the pictures that have been posted recently. I mean, he was old. He's what, 90? He was 90, 95, right? Yeah. So he was, I mean, he left Hollywood. and he had a wife for, I think, over 30 years, and he had kids, and he just kind of became a recluse. And when an actor reaches a point where they just want to become a recluse, it's done. Robert Redford did it. It's just, they're done. So they find, this is bizarre, right? And by the time we release this episode, there might be more information. But from what we know at the recording of this episode, Gene Hackman and his wife were living in, I believe, Arizona with their dogs. They had like three or four dogs, German Shepherds. And some maintenance workers found Gene Hackman, his wife, and one of the dogs dead. And the initial report was that it could have been carbon monoxide, so they were mummified, like they had been dead for a couple days. So they had found Gene Hackman dead. They found his wife dead, and they found one of the dogs dead, but the other, I believe, 2 dogs were alive.
Right.
So theories on what happened. I mean, they don't believe they were murdered.
I don't know. Maybe, I know his wife's Asian. Maybe the Asian mafia had a hit out on him, and they ordered some takeout, and they tossed a little bit to the dog and got poisoned and died.
Possibly.
Great theory. Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, 95 and 65 years old. Death by Chinese takeout from the Chinese mafia, according to Brandon Thrash.
I mean, it can't be carbon monoxide, though, because the other dogs would be dead, right?
They were outside, I believe.
Unless, they were outside. Okay. So, Chris, do you have a theory on this?
So I had 2. One, my second theory was carbon monoxide. My wife brought it up. Mine was he died. He fell, is what I'm assuming, because it does say that they found his body in a state of decomposition in the foyer. Now, I thought it was in the bed, but they found her with pills scattered. So maybe it was one of those "I can't live without you" scenarios, and she ODs it and forgot to take the dog out of the kennel. I don't know. Or maybe they do what?
Maybe drop the pills after she took some and the dog ate them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a possibility. But they found him in the kennel, so I'm assuming that she locked the dog up so the dog wouldn't eat her face, from being hungry. I don't know.
Okay, so that's what I thought originally first too. I thought it was like not murder suicide, but death suicide.
Yeah.
Where husband dies, she doesn't want to live without him, but then how does the dog die?
Romeo
right?
and Juliet.
Okay, so there is a theory that they believe that. So let me read this. So forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Baden, he was on Fox News to share his verdict. He said Hackman's pacemaker could be a huge clue. The pacemaker last recorded an event on February 17th, which indicated Hackman could be lying dead in his home for up to 10 days before being discovered.
Wow.
That event would have been a cardiac arrest, which is totally possible, caused by abnormal pulse rate. The pacemaker keeps track of the pulse and then gets, when it gets down too low, it discharges. That's all on record. So the autopsy showed he didn't have any injury. There was no carbon monoxide, and he had the most common cause of death in this country, which is severe heart disease, coronary artery disease, and high blood pressure, perhaps, from what's been released. So that would cause him having cardiac arrest in the mud room, which the mud room is that first room when you go into a house, you take off your shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
So he collapses right there. This guy also speculated that the wife may have died while trying to keep her husband. His wife was found in the bathroom. They haven't released the information about her findings, except that she did not have carbon monoxide in her. And that what appears to be from the scene and from what it's been said is she found her husband in the mudroom. The wife may have gone to the bathroom to get Hackman's blood pressure medication before falling to the floor and dropping the pills, in which here I believe is going to be the smoking gun on how they're going to figure all this out, and taking the space heater down with her, because there was a space heater in the bathroom.
She hit her head.
Right. She may have struck her head. This is what he says. She may have struck her head on the way down and had some internal injury to the brain that doesn't show up on the outside or bleeding in the inside of the brain. How about that?
Makes sense.
Oh,
damn. It makes sense.
What about the dog? Okay. shares his thoughts on what may have happened to their late dog, who was found in the bedroom closest 10 to 15 feet from the wife's body. What was perplexing to me initially, he said, with the release was the death of the dog as well, which I thought was free in the house. And that's why I think the carbon monoxide theory was very good thought with them breathing in the same air. But it turns out, from what they say, that the dog was constrained in his cage or kennel and would have died just from dehydration and lack of water during the 9-day period, and that he couldn't get out of the kennel. Now, here's the questions that I would have. Was this the favorite dog? Like, was this the go-to dog? Because if she, let's say, overdosed on pills, maybe fed the dog pills.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, no, wait, because the dog was in the kennel. I was going to say he went and just started scarfing him.
That's what I thought originally, but he was in the kennel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they would be in the kennel and the other two dogs are out. That just seems kind of odd.
Well, I keep one of my dogs in a kennel.
Oh, yeah.
Which one that is.
Bastard.
Yeah, Mr. Milton. He stays in the bedroom. While he and Jen got into it the other day, and she whipped his ass once again. And she's blind, and she kicked his ass, and she had blood all over her face, and
like Daredevil.
He was ripping them up pretty good. So maybe that was the dog that didn't get along with the other dogs.
Could be.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
But they also say like the dogs will starve themselves. Like if you're dead, they'll hold off as long as they can before they eat you. But they say a cat, as soon as you hit the ground, they're starting to eat you.
Who says that?
It's like apparently
Corners.
Corners. Yeah, when they go in, they find like bodies and like dogs like malnourished, but they didn't eat the body. But you go in a cat house and the motherfucker's been dead for an hour and the cats are just gnawing on their face.
See, that's something you got to think about. Like if you're not in a good mindset and you're thinking about the worst case possible scenario and you have pets, take that into consideration. You're leaving your body behind. Do you really want your Yorkshire Terrier to gnaw on your body until somebody finds you? That's horrible.
Or even worse, the cat lady that has 12 cats.
Oh, they're just munching on her. Oh,
yeah. Think about that one.
Yeah, I had my cousin's barn cat try to eat me when I was little. I wasn't even dead. I was just sleeping. I woke up, motherfucker had his whole mouth on my head. I'm like, what? Just sizing me up, see if he could eat me, I guess.
Dude, Rogan had a great joke about cats. He's just like, man, they're just small enough to where they won't kill you. They're just fluffy sitting in the back. Like if I were any bigger, he's just like, cats are just
sizing you up, waiting to get you.
Wishing they were mountain lions, just.
But it's sad if you were a Gene Hackman fan, right? Grew up with Gene Hackman movies, pick your poison on whichever one is your favorite. You just hate to see someone die like this, or anybody. You don't want to. You want to die with dignity. Like this
that was like also what Bob Saget. Didn't he die? Hit his head in a hotel room, and they found him like that too.
Allegedly, supposedly, yeah, in Orlando.
Oh yeah. See, that sucks. I don't want to die like that.
Yeah, and that's what's weird and sad about that is Bob was radio's best friend. Like every radio personality had a relationship with Bob, me included, and Bob was there on mine and Rachel's technically first date. And we hung out in Orlando, went to his show, hung out afterwards at the Hard Rock Hotel, all those types of things. And then he dies in Orlando. And I moved back to Orlando. Just, kind of.
You go stay in that room?
No. I interviewed his widow not that long ago, and she was very nice. And I think she's gone on with her life, but she was very nice. And she was open to talk about everything. Bob just very like celebrating his life. And it was just kind of those things. But you see like these, not just celebrities, but people in general, like you, me, you listening, everybody, you work so hard every day to live. And you work so hard to make a difference in this world, in this life, your family's life, the world itself. And you've got no control for the most part of how you go out, especially if you age out of life. And you want to go out with dignity. You don't want people to remember the last thing about you was, like in Gene Hackman's case, dying in the mudroom at his house in Arizona, and his wife died, and then some conspiracy behind it, and the dog dying, which, like it or not, you throw a pet in there, it makes everything 10 times worse. You just don't want to look at it like that. You want people to die gracefully, especially if you're a fan of theirs. You don't want to see somebody committing suicide. You don't want to see somebody dying in a mudroom. You don't want to see somebody hitting their head on the backboard of a bed and start scratching your head, and you're going, this doesn't make sense. This guy's too big of a deal to die that way.
It's kind of crazy to think also, like if he had a heart attack 30 seconds earlier, he might have been out in the front yard and someone might have saw him, called an ambulance, came, but 30 seconds later, he happened just to get in the house where no one could see him.
Yeah. He was 95. I mean, when you're 95, you don't know what's going to happen. Like next second, you could be dead, right? You're 95.
That slip and fall, help, I can't get up.
You just don't know. I mean, your heart could just be like, I'm done. You're 95. It's happening right now, right here and now. Nope. This is what's going to happen, and you're done. That's why I think it's almost better to go out before you get to that stage, where you can all right, things aren't looking good. And, there's a place, I think it's in Sweden, where they have, they've greenlit euthanasia. So, I guess this would be passive euthanasia. There's two different types of euthanasia. There's passive euthanasia and there's aggressive euthanasia. I think those are the two different ones. And so they built this pod where if you want to end your life, you can go into this pod and you push the button and then it shoots out the gases that put you out and then eventually make your heart stop.
I think it's nitrogen. It's pure nitrogen.
I don't know what the gas is, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, I think they just had their first person kill themselves and they were out in the woods or something. I saw the picture of the pod. It was sitting in the woods and I read a little bit about it.
Imagine that walk. Imagine filling out that paperwork. I mean, because it's not just something you're like, hey, I want to do it right now. Let's just do it. I mean, it's like weeks, if not months, that lead up to this, and you're thinking about it constantly.
Yeah, they probably do that. So if you have any second thought, with like a gun or taking a bunch of pills, you don't have a second to think about it. Yeah. But it's drawn out for a month or two, but I think most of these people, you've got to be terminally ill or something. I don't think they're just oh, you had a bad day at work. Yeah, hop in this pod. We'll kill you for you. I think you've got to be terminally ill or something seriously wrong with you. I don't think they're letting healthy people who just, are depressed hop in these things.
Yeah, but you have to get into the pod and push the button.
Yeah. But I'm saying, I don't
think about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. But
hey, did they lock it or leave it unlocked? No, think about that one.
Change your mind.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
You press the button, does it lock? Is that it? Or
if you push the button again, does it turn the gas off?
Yeah, just a one touch. And
I don't know how many of these they've done so far, and I don't know if they reuse the same ones or they just bury you in the pod. Kind of makes sense if they buried you as a casket. Also, I don't know.
But they've got one that it's like you're the seed, right? And then plant you, you become a tree or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I also saw that. I think you got to become ashes because if you plant a body under a tree, you got a lot of toxins in there? Doesn't it kill the tree?
Couldn't tell you, but that makes sense.
I know if they put me under the tree, it'd probably kill the whole forest.
I think Seattle does something similar. If you get it cleared.
Oh, everyone in Seattle wants to kill themselves. God, that's a depressing place.
There was a buddy, an acquaintance, I should say, of mine many years ago. Young guy, a lot of pain, had HIV, full-blown AIDS, actually, I believe. It was just, then he got bone cancer. I mean, it was just one thing after another. I mean, he was done. And he's like, I'm done. And so he was flying back and forth. I think I'm getting the story right. He's flying back and forth to Seattle, and he was going to be euthanized. And it was clear. I'm almost positive I have this story right. He ended up actually dying prior to going of natural causes, but he was in a lot of pain, and then, and you think about this and even think about the pod people in Sweden, you go, I'm paying, they're not doing it for free. I'm paying somebody to kill me.
Well, that's why I'm wondering if it's also a funeral too. I'm pretty sure it's not cheap. So be look, you go pay this and all your funeral costs are taken care of. We'll have a funeral for you. But that's got to be odd too. Going to a funeral, someone they killed themselves in this crazy looking pod from the future.
What's the name of the company? Hitmen?
Right, exactly.
You're paying them to.
I don't know. I don't know how much the cost is. I'm guessing it'd have to be at least $50,000 plus.
Really?
Yeah. What's the price? What's the price to press the button?
I don't know. You want to look it up? I have no idea. I have no.
Yeah, then I'm sure people go there and be like, I've got a car in a garage. It's a lot cheaper. And probably use about $15 worth of gas to get this thing done.
And every day, I mean, not to sound like really, really morbid, this episode's gotten morbid, but like if you signed up for this pod every day, and if you, I don't know how many people do this. I do this often, is that I try to absorb the littlest of things around me and say, would I miss this? Even things that you don't like, my allergies, for example, like I wouldn't even be able to complain about my allergies. Well, the smell when you walk outside, especially here in Florida, there's just a different vibe. When you walk outside this time of year, it's absolutely gorgeous. Light chill in the morning, the sun's coming up, you hear the birds and the egrets and all that kind of stuff. And you can kind of, like with me, I can kind of get a little whiff of the salt water because I'm fairly close to the Atlantic. You would miss all of that. And you're like, oh, I got to go to Sweden next week. Once you get on that plane, you're like, no more egret sounds. Well, they're done. That's sad. Like really, really sad.
Yeah. So I'm reading now that the first one was done last September, but apparently it's not legal because Swiss police have arrested several people after a controversial futuristic looking capsule design allowed to kill its occupants. So they're being charged now. These people that run this company.
It's 3D printed detachable capsule.
It really is. It's 3D printed.
3D printed, and it contains a canister of liquid nitrogen to die by suicide through its inert gas asphyxiation.
Wow.
Oh, and the lady was a 64-year-old American woman who'd been suffering from a severely compromised immune system. So I guess that was enough for the Swiss people to be like, yeah, we'll kill you.
See, I believe that you should be able to make that choice. If there are companies, like Jack Kevorkian obviously is the most well-known euthanasia guy ever to exist, right? I don't ever know. I think he's dead now, but I don't know whatever happened to him. I think he went to jail or something like that. But like, your body, your choice. Like if you don't want to go out in a horrific fashion, gun hanging, all those types of things, and you're suffering, have some dignity about going out. Get everything lined up to pass down to your family. Let them move on with their lives. The last thing in the world that I want is to bother my wife and kids. I do not want them caring for me. I want them to move on with their lives, find another dude. If he's an asshole, I'm going to come back and haunt him and just destroy his life. But, if you got another 40, 50 years in life, don't be sitting here taking care of me. I've got days left, years, months, weeks, whatever. Just let me go, let me go do my thing and let me go off to do, if I'm a spiritual person, I think I'll be fine. I'm going, let me go do my thing. You should have that choice. I believe you should have that choice.
Yeah. But then I think it goes to get on a slippery slope there. And then, like I said, you go back to, it's not good. And I know there's a lot of trauma, but let's say there's a child that's been abused ever since they were grown up, sexually assaulted, and they're depressed and everything. I don't think they should kill themselves. They might be like, I have a pretty shitty life so far, but they might only be 19, 20 years old and like, I'm ready to kill myself now. But nah, I know you had a shitty first 20 years, but the next 20 could probably be better if you just give it a shot, So I think that's also kind of like the abortion thing. It's like, where can you get abortions and what time, on what circumstances? So I think that's probably where they're like, let's try to stay away from that.
Well, maybe you have certain like criteria, if you're sad, too bad.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with abortion. And you see how that's going. That's a fucking shit show.
Yeah. Well, if you're sad, too bad. You're staying around. Got bone cancer. You're done. Come on in. $20,000. Give you a discount. Like one of those types of things.
No, I think I would if I was dying, I'd probably go to like a movie studio, but y'all want some real effects? But y'all got to pay my family now, but I'll jump off this cliff and you'll get the real effect of me splattering everywhere. Use it in your movie. I'll sign off. Just got to pay my family.
We've already done that.
Oh, really?
Midsommar. You have not seen that?
That was real?
Well, that wasn't real, but the movie that in their cult, which by the way, I believe they were in Sweden. Have you guys seen Midsommar?
Okay. I heard you talk about it.
Oh my God. It's a one and done watch because it is trippy. It is freaky. You actually should probably watch it a couple times because there's Easter eggs in the movie that you later find out about. It's about this young college girl that the movie starts out with her sister, who's crazy, killing herself and her parents, and by carbon monoxide. So she takes a hose and she tapes it under the door of her parents, so they die peacefully. And then she takes the other hose and duct tapes it to her mouth and dies that way. So this girl is, left without anyone. She's got a boyfriend who doesn't really like her, but now he feels sorry for her. They've got this friend who's a foreign exchange student that invites them to where he's from. I believe it's in Sweden, to his community. And they're all kind of druggies and they do all kinds of experimental drugs and stuff like that. So a group of them go, and it's this like commune, weird, trippy kind of thing. And they all start disappearing one by one by one. Then at one point in the movie, they have this big feast, and there's these two older people that are the honorary guests, and they look miserable. They're not saying anything, but everybody's dancing and they got food, and the kids can't figure it out. They have no idea. Then the next day, they all go to the bottom of this giant cliff, and the woman is the first, and she just jumps off head first, right on the stone. Then the man jumps off, and he screws it up, and his legs all twisted back, and he's in a lot of pain. And this guy goes over with this giant mallet to his brain. Whoop, boom. And the kids start freaking out like, what the shit? Where are we at? What is going on? And the leader of this group calmly explains, this is part of our culture. We want to die with dignity. We want to be able to take it in our own hands to die. We celebrate the life, but at this certain age, this is when we all do this. They're like in their 70s or 80s. Like I'm looking at these two people. I'm going, you guys look pretty healthy. I think you got about another 10 years in you. This rule sucks, to have to go and jump off. And then it ends with the final part of this cult thing where they take the girl's boyfriend. He cheats on her with one of the girls in the cult, and he's having sex with her, and all these other women are around him, and they're pushing him into her so he impregnates her. And she finds out. They end up taking the guy, putting him in a bear costume in this house that they've built throughout the whole movie. And with the rest of the friends that are dead, I think, that are in there, and they make her like the new like deal, because it's about the women in this cult thing. And they light the damn thing on fire with this guy in this bear suit alive. He can't move. Fucking trippy, dude. Fucking weirdest movie ever. But for some reason, it's extremely entertaining.
Nicolas Cage did one similar. Was it Matchstick Men, I think, or something?
Matchstick Men?
Where like all the women, it's all based around the women. They end up burning them alive and all this other stuff. So sacrifice or something.
Look at it. Sarco, a euthanasia device invented by Philip Nitsky. Why would you invent that? You've got to be pretty smart to invent something like that.
I mean, I think it's just a container with gas coming in. Like it's literally just a car in your garage, but it just looks nicer.
No, it's like a space pod. This is pretty badass looking. Yeah, 3D printed, contains a canister of liquid nitrogen. You're right on that, Chris. To die by suicide through inert gas asphyxiation.
Oh, y'all can start offering that at Live Ozone with that other room you got.
Don't even say that. I'm looking at this thing. I'm going, this looks really similar to what
It looks like the ozone machine, doesn't it?
Yeah. The capsule of Sarco provides for a rapid decrease in oxygen level while maintaining a low level of carbon dioxide. This is nutty, dude. Nitrogen is the big thing, right? You put nitrogen in there, you feel a bit dizzy, then you lose consciousness and die.
I thought our atmosphere was like 70% nitrogen.
It is, but you take away that 20% of oxygen, which your body needs.
Oh.
And it's all nitrogen with that 2% or so of carbon dioxide. Anyway, it's supposed to rapidly reduce oxygen levels, preventing panic sense of suffocation. Wow.
I got to tell you this, Brandon. I don't know if you've noticed this. I know this is only the second episode Chris has been on, but he's like our smartest friend.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is great. Like, you're going to make this podcast sound really smart. The stuff that you've been rattling off in the last 2 episodes, holy shit, Brandon. We don't even need Wikipedia or Google anymore.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
This is great. You're the smartest guy that's ever been on my show before. I love this. You're going to make me sound smart or dumb.
I'm glad he's just close to his keyboard. Mine's way over here. I can't reach it to look stuff up.
I'm thinking that he knows all this stuff just off the top of his head. Am I wrong?
No.
Oh, see, you should have lied. That was pretty good. Anyway, rest in peace, Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog. It's very, very sad.
What are you gonna do with the other 2 dogs?
I don't know, but I've always thought about I'd want to like adopt a dog from like a famous family. That'd be pretty cool.
2 German shepherds.
So hypothetically, something happens to you and Rach. Where do all the kiddos go?
Probably my mom.
I was gonna say, to your mom or to Bees?
No, Bees couldn't handle it. She's at school. It would be split with the parents, you know. But I don't know. I would probably give the house to my mom and she'd just move in.
There you go.
That'd make a lot of sense. There. Yeah, just keep the dogs here. Yeah.
Dog's like, all right, we got a new feeder. Cool.
She's gonna walk up to the studio. What does this do?
Yeah. Tuesday nights, that live stream that we do. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen to the live stream now that Bailey's gone. You see my mom on here. Hello. Hello.
Did y'all see what Trump did today?
Oh my God. I got new Trump sneakers. You want to see them? No, she'd be like one of those types of things. Have we talked about Bailey's booty on this episode?
The winner. Yep.
Yeah, the winner. Okay, good. Congratulations.
John.
So, like I said, I've got so much to talk about. I just it's not no rhyme, no reason. All these things in my head. This week I want to talk about also. I still haven't done all the research on the Ronnie Radke stuff. I got to fine tune that in order to have a conversation. The Belle Gibson documentary on Netflix, I'll probably bring up on Thursday's episode because Brandon said something the other week, and I just happened to run across this Netflix documentary that reminded of what Brandon said to me.
What'd I say? Is it Mel Gibson?
Belle Gibson.
Belle. Oh, I definitely wasn't talking about Belle Gibson. I don't know.
Liar.
The liar. Yeah.
The liar.
You said, I don't want to get into it now, but you said that you don't care if it's true on social media, just as long as you get the likes and views.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. You should watch the Belle Gibson documentary on Netflix.
Is he related to Mel?
It's a she, Belle, and no, not. But ironically enough, both from Australia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you wonder if he was named after Mel Gibson. It is a fascinating I couldn't believe I didn't know about this.
What is it about?
You'll see.
It's about what you said.
Is it to make my point stronger?
You'll do anything for the gram.
No.
Well,
So here's the thing. I tell you what. Can you watch it? I think there's 3 episodes.
Can we watch it right now?
And you'll get sucked. Well, let's wait till the show's over. But there's 3 episodes. Can you watch it before we talk about it? Because I think that you will defend yourself. I know I could and I would with what you said. And I know what you're going to say after you watch it. But the point is that if you want it to become a Belle Gibson, it would hurt you. But I think that you'll defend it, and I know what you'll say.
I can't even find her on Instagram unless this is her.
You've seen it, right, Chris?
I've seen pieces of it.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen the whole thing.
Oh my God. It's fascinating. I can't believe I didn't know about it.
Is it about social media though?
It's all about social media. She was social media for a minute, made a lot of money. She partnered with Apple and Penguin. She partnered with some of the biggest brands in the world, and she had everyone fooled. And
she's
we're
still making money off the documentary, getting clicks and views, baby.
Yeah, that's where you'd go. Yeah, that's where you'd go. But is it worth it? That's the question. No. So watch it, and we'll talk about it on Thursday's episode. Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Because you are, or you could be, or you want to be Belle Gibson.
Okay. A hot chick?
Yeah, you want to be a hot chick.
Hot Australian?
You want to do anything. I mean, your dream, Brandon B-Man Thrasher, is to become internet famous.
I'm not gonna like kill a baby to get internet famous or stab a woman. I might punch a dude in the face, but
I think you would do all the above.
What?
Yeah, I think you would. But that's your dream, yes?
Rich and famous, yeah.
Internet, rich and famous.
Well, just in general.
In general, right? Okay. But you want to use the internet to get there.
Oh, that seems like the best path, or maybe movies.
Movies. You get into the movie business?
Yeah, it's a thing called Backstage. They got a lot of offers on there. Not Backpage, that's for prostitutes, but this is Backstage.
Don't get them confused.
Yeah, one will land you in probably jail. Another one might get you a job.
You know, the one's going to land you in bed for a couple of days because your butthole's going to hurt so much. Make sure you're picking the right one when you go try to find your newest career, okay?
A new acting career.
All right, before we finish this up, a new trend. Not sure if you guys are in on this. If you are, I want to slap you in the face. There's two new things that I've noticed with younger people, and it drives me insane. But I kind of give you a little bit of a pass on the first one because I believe when I was in middle school, I was doing this. So it's just coming back around. And that is the overdosing of cologne. It is a new trend amongst high school and college kids where they just pour the entire freaking green Polo bottle of cologne all over themselves. And women, the same freaking thing, to the point where anytime you walk by me or I walk by you, you trigger my allergies and I sneeze for a day and a half. So please, for the love of God, for everyone that it's got allergies, just use 2 squirts of cologne and not the whole entire bottle. Please.
Yeah, that'd be like when I used to work out in the with the other irrigation company. We had a lot of amigos. Man, they love wearing the polo shirts and putting polo cologne on it, dude. You could smell them from across the yard. I'm like, guys, you know we're working out here, right? You don't need cologne to come to work.
Right. That's the new trend is the overdosing of cologne. And you're right. And I see it a lot like with college kids because my daughter and her friends do it all the time. But it seems like dudes, especially dudes, are doing it all the time. I'll go to the gym and these dudes smell like they just bathed in Drakkar, whatever the hell it is that they're wearing. I'm like, you're at the gym. You're supposed to smell like, you want to smell like sweat. You want to smell like you've actually done something. You don't want to look like you tripped and fell in the middle of Macy's in the cologne department.
I don't know about you, but cologne and sweat together does not smell good. Have you ever sweated your pores out of like cologne? Like
it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I used to have a buddy at work. He would come in the morning. You know, we're outside in 95-degree heat at 8 in the morning. He's got a shower. He just had a shower. He's got cologne on. I'm like, brother, that's all going to be gone in 30 minutes. I don't know why you wasted your time.
So everything has got to have a payoff. And I don't understand the payoff for this. What is the payoff to have a lot of cologne on? There's no way that's an aphrodisiac. It's a smell. It's something that attracts somebody. It's too much.
It's not a payoff for your wallet, for sure.
Right.
I mean, that's got to be expensive.
The only thing I can think of is I know with college kids, they do a lot of rubbing and touching and they're in close quarters a good amount of time. So I'm wondering if everybody's just got a little bit of cologne on and they're all rubbing and grinding on each other and slapping around and hugging. And they're just all getting a bunch of different smells on them.
Like a cologne orgy.
Yeah. Because every time you see, you know, they're all crowded. They're all crowded at parties or anywhere. They're all no 6 feet, not even 6 inches half the time.
So they're actually putting it on properly, but they're smudging.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you're getting a bunch of combinations of different smell. Like, you know, you see a dude like, what's up, brother? And bring him in, maybe do that to 5 dudes and 5 chicks might come, give them all a hug. So it might just be overwhelming on the clothes and they're all just mixing and rubbing and it doesn't smell good.
College cologne orgies.
Yeah. That's my theory. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right?
It does. It makes a lot of sense. My daughter swears up and down that she only does a couple squirts.
Yeah, but then she gets with all the girls that also had a couple squirts on her, and then they all like take a picture. They're all jumping around, they're helping each other, getting ready, and they're bumping into each other, rubbing into each other, and a lot of cologne transfer going on there.
You're making it sound like this college cologne orgy situation. Before they go out, they're playing rugby or they're having a wrestling match or something. Have you seen college kids get ready? I don't see them slam dancing into each other before they go out.
Well, you see them like posting for pics and like hugging each other and stuff like that, and they'll squish their faces up against each other, and you know they put the face. There's like face perfume too. I don't know what they call that, but something you spray on your face makes it smell good.
I don't know, and I don't get it. I do know when I was younger, I just didn't know how to put it on, so I would squirt. You know. But
How do you put it on now?
I don't use cologne.
No, Brandon, how about you?
Whenever I do it, I do like maybe a light one around the collar, maybe one in the belly button, and then one down at my crotch.
Okay.
Gotta do the crotch.
You a little dabble on the boys.
Yeah, I mean, if they like, if chicks
Like-
tying your shoe or something like that, you want it to smell good down there.
Direct skin contact, or like on the boxers, or like on your
It's on the
pants?
clothes. It's on the
It's on the
outside.
clothes, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do it. You don't dabble in the middle, huh?
No, because it's gonna get all sweaty, like we were talking about. It gets bad
Mm.
So you dabble in the drawers.
on the outside. Yeah.
Squirt.
What a brilliant invention! Already smell cologne boxers.
Ooh.
You know, that's already built in. Yeah.
Scratch and sniff
And-
boxers. There.
And sweat makes it smell even more better. Right? Makes it smell even better. So that's the first little trendy thing that drives me nuts, especially at the gym. I don't understand it. Like, I understand if you're going out,
Are these people like getting off work though? Like they're 9 to 5 and coming in to work?
I don't go at 5 to the gym. So I go in the morning or in mid-afternoon. So
Maybe they're about to go to work. I don't know. Well, that wouldn't make sense. You would put cologne on after you showered and then go to work.
I don't think so. I think, there's certain groups of people that love cologne, like certain cultures. You can tell.
Mhm.
Outside of the college kids that overdose on this, because I think it's trendy, at least right now. But there's certain cultures, and I don't get it. And, like the Italians, they love their cologne. And it's funny because like Indians,
The Best Buy.
right, they don't wear deodorant, but they love cologne. It's weird. Right? So their pits are, ugh,
And it's rough. Yeah.
but their cologne is like, whoa. So I don't know if no one's told them like, you could do a little bit less of this and more of that, and you'd be straight Aero Gennaro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the first. I have no idea.
Burning incense does not count as
Right. Yeah.
deodorant. Yeah.
What are you wearing? Oh, this is La Curry.
This is Nag Chamba.
This is curry and wood.
So that's the first one that I observed. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Stop wearing so much damn cologne. The second is this shirt and sweatshirt that I'm starting to see a lot of young people wearing. They're black. Let's just say the sweatshirt. They're black sweatshirts. And it looks like this picture that's all over it. It's like embroidered. It looks like semen swimming on their sweatshirt. I don't know what it is, but it's a brand, I think. And everybody's wearing these damn things. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
Nope.
It's a black sweatshirt and it's got white embroidered semen runners on there.
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know what it is, but I've seen numerous people wearing this exact same design. It looks like semen pictures, like swimmers on the sweatshirt. There was a guy I saw at the poker room not that long ago. He had the same design, but it was a button-up, short-sleeve, see-through shirt, black, with little semen swimmers.
Did he just leave a Queen concert, or
They're big, white, embroidered semen pictures. I don't know.
Oh, I'm trying to find it.
It is a thing. Trust me when I say this. It is a thing. I've seen numerous people wearing this sweatshirt, black sweatshirt with what looks like embroidered semen swimmers on it. It's trendy.
I mean, I've seen stuff like some of these golf clothing companies that'll have like the boobies that are really small that are like throughout the whole shirt, or have a little middle finger or something that's like embroidered throughout the whole shirt. So it might not just be for our little swimmers, but just a fad in general of dirty shit that's embroidered on clothes.
Well, but here's the thing. This trendy sweatshirt that I've seen numerous times. Again, black sweatshirt with what looks like white embroidered semen swimmers on it. I don't think that's how they're selling the sweatshirt. Like, buy my semen sweatshirt. It's a design that people are wearing for whatever reason. but they're just not realizing what it looks like. So they think it looks cool because it's become trendy somehow, probably off TikTok. And no one's gone up to them and say, dude, your sweatshirt looks like it's got, stuff on it.
I am on the wrong website. I'm looking at shirts that say Semen Demon, Semen Retention, Come Slut, Semen Addiction. I don't think this is what they're wearing.
And they're all in your favorites too, aren't they?
Sponsored ad.
Straight out of that nutsack.
I can't find it at all.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
All right,
one?
No, she does not have one.
Does she know someone that has one?
No, I would not have this conversation with her.
The white dots, like it looks like whipped cream or something, maybe.
All right, so next time I see somebody wearing this, maybe if you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. But it is a thing right now. And I know it's a thing because I've seen 6 people wearing this exact same sweatshirt.
Please post it. I want to see this on our Facebook page.
I should have taken a picture of it, but I was sitting next to the guy and I'm looking at it. And at first I was like, well, this is neat, right? Because it looks cool, right? When you first look at it, you're like, this looks cool. The hoodie looks cool. The little black and white looks cool. The design looks cool. It's embroidered, it's elevated. That's kind of cool. It's kind of different. I was like, oh, this must be some new style, this new trend. And the more I look at it, I'm going, this dude looks like he's got semen swimmers on his sweatshirt. I don't think he realizes what his sweatshirt really looks like. I think his buddy had one and he goes, I've got to get one because they're trendy right now. And neither he nor his buddy have said to each other, dude, we got hornswoggled. It looks like we've got semen swimmers on our sweatshirt, but it's trendy. And you know what happens when things are trendy? People do everything and anything.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm trying to get in the t-shirt business, man. It's very lucrative.
Put semen on them.
Yeah, I do got some wild designs.
Dude, you'll bank. Semen's in right now, dude. I'm telling you.
No pun intended.
Yeah, right now. I mean, it's it's a thing. Who would have ever thought in a million years that the new trend is to have semen sweatshirts?
Oh man, it's cool. I'm gonna have to give me one when I find out what it looks like.
And you guys haven't found it? You Googling it? Nothing.
No,
nothing.
Black sweatshirt, white embroidery, white stitching, white semen, and that's how I got that weird site.
I am telling you, it is a thing. Overdosing in Cologne and semen sweatshirts.
Is this all you saw? You saw all this at Alabama?
No,
University?
no. The sweatshirts I saw at the poker room.
Oh, what's? I don't know if that's trendy. That's a lot of older people in there, right?
No, not at all. Well, not just the poker room. I mean, the first time I saw was at the poker room. Then I saw it again with somebody else at the poker room. And then I saw it again outside the poker room. Then I saw it again outside the poker room. Then I saw it again in a parking lot outside, somewhere else.
So this is in your 30-mile bubble in Orlando?
Yeah, this is Deltona bubble. This is a Florida redneck thing, right?
No, not only Deltona, but I was in Altamont Springs. I saw it at the mall when I went to the Altamont Mall to get my glasses fixed. I saw somebody walking in the mall with a semen sweatshirt.
I mean, I found a no sperm zone shirt.
Yeah, next time you see one, you need to ask him where you got that shirt. I want to get one.
It's probably like my dad.
Hey, where did you get all this semen?
Did you make that yourself?
Well, it's funny. Like you buy something and you think it's cool and you're buying it because it's trendy or fashionable and you don't realize what it actually looks like. And then when you finally get it and you've spent the money on it, you're like, oh shit, I can't wear this anymore.
Dude, you've got if your dad's let's say 60, right? He's 65. He's wearing it around the house, sporting around. You come over and you're just like, Dad, what do you know? Where'd you get the shirt? Oh, don't you like it, man? Your mom got it for me.
I can't wait to show it to you guys. I thought that you guys would know what I was talking about, but I guess I'm the trendy one on the show.
I'm telling you.
Have you seen this posted anywhere? Like any influencers? No.
No, but if you see something more than once, right? Something's going on. And I've seen this thing 5 or 6 times.
That's what I'm trying to think if it's like a local thing down there, like a popular chain or something local to that area. Because I haven't seen it out here. But I'll keep my eyes open. I'll go to Target today, see if I see any hot chicks wearing them.
Now, I will tell you this, that the people that I've seen wearing this SEMEN sweatshirt, as I'm calling it. They are a little thuggy, right? So it might be in that FUBU line of clothing.
Okay, so you know the clothing line Supreme?
Yes.
So they have a shirt right now that just has sperm.
This doesn't say it. It looks like it.
It looks it, okay.
So if that narrows it down to who's wearing this, and we're talking age range probably mid to late 20s. All right.
Is this
And-
it?
Let me see.
Oh,
No. It's white blotches everywhere.
oh
No,
man, it's got white. It looks
No,
like
No, that's gross. No, this has got big. They almost look like brains, or it's giant, but it looks like white spermy, and it's embroidered. It's when I say embroidered, it's like it sticks out from the sweatshirt. Okay, so it's not laser printed on. It's elevated from the sweatshirt.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of those with the white spots on them.
Why you would do that, I have no idea either. People are
I don't know.
weird.
It looks like the stars or something, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe somebody knows what I'm talking about, and they'll post it.
Is it like this but opposite? Like a cow.
Can you blow it up? Can I see it? Like a cow. That's a cow. I mean,
Not that.
now, I mean, it's similar. I mean, if you were to take that and make it a black sweatshirt with a white, but they're not just white splotches. They're elevated, and they've got texture to them.
So they're patches.
Yeah, they almost look like patches, but they're all the same one all over the sweatshirt. It looks like semen.
Oh god.
And the only reason I know this and I'm bringing this up is because the first time I saw it, I actually liked it. And the guy was sitting to my right. He was sitting next to me. And I looked over at him, and somebody had just complimented his sweatshirt. I think it was the dealer. I was like, hey, that's a nice sweatshirt. And I look over at the guy's sweatshirt, and I was like, that is a nice sweatshirt. That's different. I've never seen anything like that. I'm a hoodie guy. And then the more I look at it, I'm like, that looks like sperm.
You didn't ask him
If it was real sperm, no.
where you got it. Was that
No, I didn't. I should have. But I didn't think it was a thing, right? So I saw it the one time. I didn't think it was a thing. And then I saw it again. And then I saw this guy with a shirt that had the same design. It's a design. It's a thing. I know you all think I'm fucking crazy right now, but I'm not. I am telling you about a trend that you don't know about yet. And you're going to find your kid's going to come home with a sperm sweatshirt on. And you're going to go, I heard on the BS podcast about this weeks ago. I didn't think it would ever come in my house. No pun.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
You should draw it out on a piece of paper and then use Google search to see if you can find it.
Oh, like Google Sensor or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Google Lens.
Google Lens. Yeah, Google Lens. All right.
Work. I don't know.
All right. Well, when you find it, post and let us know. Look, make sure you follow us on all social media, please. That is very helpful. And you share our content. That is extremely helpful. At Listen to the BS. If you go to thebaileyshow.com, all the information is on there. Join us for the Tuesday live streams. We're, by the way, going to have to rename the Tuesday live streams, Brandon. We can't call it Twitching with the BS anymore
Why? Oh, we're on different platforms.
because we're on different platforms. So I just say we go the BS live, right?
Twitching with the bitches.
Twitching with the bitches.
Oh, we can't use Twitch. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, just go the BS live.
Yeah. We'll have to
Okay.
work on that.
We'll come up with a name then, but we're on different platforms. So because we're on the Facebook and we're on the YouTube now too. So you got that. Subscribe, please, if you haven't subscribed yet to the show. Just because you subscribe to Spotify does not mean you subscribe to the BS podcast. We have thousands of hours of content, so you unlock hundreds of episodes that we've done in the past with different guests and different different people on the show. And so, I'm learning, even going into 4 years of podcasting, I'm learning the habits of podcasters. And it's very similar to like streaming services where, you'll go back, and if Friends is up there, you'll go back and watch old episodes of Friends or something like that. So podcasting is very similar. It doesn't really necessarily have to be in real time because none of it is in real time. If you are that podcaster, then I've got plenty of content, good content for you. So please go to the BaileyShow.com and subscribe. If you are a business and are looking to get into the advertising in the digital space, we have opportunities. We have great sponsors as is, and I hope all of you guys are using our sponsors. They're fantastic. They're phenomenal. So if you would like to have that conversation on what it could do for your business, please reach out to me via thebaileyshow.com. All my information's up there. Email, DM me, whatever the case may be, and we can talk about that. We've got the radio show that the show is syndicated on Saturday mornings in Orlando on WJRR, as well as in Jacksonville on Planet Radio. We do not have a sponsor for the live stream as of yet, and we can always add more sponsors to the podcast where you get it 4 days out of the week. So good ROI for not a lot of money. I can tell you that right now. All right. Win Bailey's Booty. When you subscribe, you're automatically entered in to win $100 each month, giving away $100. We just gave away our first $100, and we'll do it again this month as well. All right, Chris, you got anything before we get out here?
Yeah, when the old ticker in the heart battery starts beeping, go have it checked. You don't want to end up in the mudroom.
Right. Yeah, you did. That's a lot. What room would you want to die in your house? The mudroom, not so much.
I mean, if it was a legit mudroom where it's like, you're sitting in the whole vat of mud and it's all, that's maybe one thing. But
I think I want to. I don't want to go in the bathroom. I think I would want to go obviously in the bedroom, like in my bed. I mean, that's the best place. That's the best place. Maybe not the coolest place would be the attic.
I was gonna say right here in the studio.
Or yeah, right. Actually, while recording, that's how I want to go. I do not want to go Gene Hackman style in the mudroom. I want to, dear Lord, please grant me this one wish before my time is up on this earth. While recording the BS podcast, I want to be talking with my friends, and I just want to, in mid-conversation, and that's how I want to go. No mudroom. Thank you. Amen.
God, I'm going to have to call Rachel. Like, he just died upstairs. We're on air.
Can you run upstairs?
Yeah, and tell her how to stop it and send the audio to Brandon, or the stuff to Brandon so he can post it.
But I'm going to have to come down there and get on his computer to upload it all.
Yeah. Just don't sit in that chair.
You're going to have a lot to tail at the end of this thing, because she's not going to be figuring it out. I'm still going to be like right here. Brandon, you got anything before we get out?
I'm about to get to digging.
All right, go get some digging. Get some digging. I got a project to do at the house here. Getting ready to finish building out my grill set for the summer.
Nice.
I got the wood. I got the hardware. I ordered the lattice. The only thing I have left to order is my sunscreen, and I'll be ready to rock and roll for the summer. I got to put up my fan, and it gets hot. Ready to go.
What sun? We use like 90 SPF or
what's that?
What sunscreen do you use? Like 90 down there?
140. That's
140. Yeah, I mean, I said sunscreen, like the thing that goes over it.
Oh, okay.
Lanai?
No. The sunshades. Sunshades.
Okay.
Okay.
The sunshade. But I got to custom order it because of the area. I got to custom order one. So there's a company. I did the ones in Atlanta. I had those ones in the back that I custom ordered once.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to worry about trees dropping javelins through the damn thing like I did in Atlanta. So this will be really nice. But it gets hot. You're sitting there next to a grill. It's at 500 degrees. It gets real hot.
Yeah, we're about to build another deck off our back porch or off the front porch and put a damn old above ground swimming pool in that bitch.
Above ground swimming pool. Are you going to build a swimming pool?
We're going to buy one and then build a deck around it. But I'm sure the mayor across the street is going to love that.
He won't see it. It's in the backyard.
Why don't you buy one of those shipping containers and put it in the ground?
Yeah, we thought about that because I still got that hole in the backyard, but that's not the best spot because it's shaded. We had to cut a lot of trees down. It'd be cold back there. So I think we're going to knock down a brick wall and build a patio and then put it. If you saw the other porch, you would not have high hopes for us.
Do you guys own your house?
August does, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
So you rent in the house, and you're like knocking down a brick wall, putting an above ground swimming pool. It's going to go right in the middle of the living room right here. So for my birthday, June 7th, where we'll celebrate my birthday, Rachel's birthday, and Ariel's birthday, we will be having Rachel wants this to be more about my birthday, but I don't want that to be the case. But I am turning 50. So we're going to the Bahamas a week prior. We're going to see John Legend.
Ooh.
I know it was
thrilling.
Well, here's the thing. So I get free rooms at Atlantis, right? Because I gamble, and they give us $200 in food and beverage credit, which is cool, right? It's just me and Rach, so it should be fairly inexpensive. You do have to pay resort fees, which is stupid. Then airfare. So I got to figure out the airfare. So, you get down there, but we don't eat a lot. We're not doing big, expensive dinners. We like to snack. When you go to the casino and drink, the drinks are free, right? We don't really drink too much during the day. So it's a fairly inexpensive trip. So I was booking it like to kind of go over her birthday and my birthday. But the lady that was booking it for me with the VIP services, she says, well, if you come a week earlier, you can go see John Legend. I respect John Legend. I'm not a huge John Legend fan, but he's got good music. And I said, why would I want to do that? And she goes, well, you have 2 free $300 a piece tickets. I was like, really? She goes, yeah. With all your comps, you get free tickets into the show.
You've lost that much?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I go,
I'm really sorry for you.
I go, okay, well, if it means just coming a week early, this would be more of a Rach thing than a me thing. That's nice. Taking my lady to John Legend in the Bahamas. Yeah, that's woo. She wants me to woo her more. So I thought that was a good wooing thing. Right.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll woo.
John Legend's like a panty dropper.
He's a professional wooer.
Right. Yeah. So my wife says to me, as we do this empty nesting thing and we get older, she goes, I would like for you to woo me more, which made me feel bad that I was not doing my job as a man and not wooing enough. So when I booked this trip to Atlantis, they said I had free tickets to John Legend, and John Legend is a wooer. Like, girls go to see John Legend. It's like Wayne Newton, right? It's like the black Wayne Newton of today.
Mm-hmm.
Chicks go and see him. They get horny and they appreciate the guy that takes them there. So, that's like 6 months of woo worth right there, I think.
Win-win.
Yeah. Like woo, right? Like woo, 6 times over again.
I just wrapped up a trip. We talk about on another one. I think I got my 6 months of wooing in.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. You bring that up on the next episode.
Absolutely.
You make a note of that. All right.
Will do.
Make a note of that.
Hey, I got my pad.
Yeah, got your pad. All right, look, hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you listening. Have yourself a great, safe rest of your day. For those that don't subscribe, please subscribe. Just give it a chance so we can get you involved in that Win Bailey's booty and get you $100. But also, we appreciate the support. All right, have yourself a great, safe rest of the day. Talk soon. Hey, bye.
Thanks for listening. Till next time, check out thebaileyshow.com. Make sure you share, follow on all socials. I leave you with these parting words.
Never got a pink slip either. You know what I would get? A guy would come around to my desk and say, "Get the fuck out of here!"
What do we want to talk about?
Subscribe at thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, baby.